Welcome, Penguins, to the Penguin Karts stage. It's Monday. It's September 12th, 2022. Pre-mint registration ended yesterday, and we will be going over the new marketing process that we're going to be doing for the actual mint itself, the application process. I'll go over the roadmap questions that you guys have been putting out there for me. Let's see, we are going to talk about the new Ethereum update that is looming on the horizon. We're going to talk about 2D and 3D staking. We'll talk about the Penguin Karts beta. We will talk about after the Scrappy mint, when will the beta become available. We will talk about roadmap updates. We will talk about the marketing plans for the PGK token and how we plan to get more awareness. We're going to talk about staking rewards for the NFT carts, when those will be distributed. We will talk about when the team plans to get centralized exchange listings. We had a question about the mint price. We will talk about any news regarding the NFTs that will be awarded for the staking competition. Oh, looks like that's a duplicate question. I'm going to take it out right there because I've got it above. And then we are going to talk about what is the Scrappy Challenge? When does it begin? So let's go ahead and start with your audience questions first. First one I've got is, do you see problems during the upcoming Ethereum update? Well, that's a loaded question. Um, yes, the Ethereum update is on the 15th. And yes, there's a very real possibility that there could be issues with the Ethereum update that are completely outside of our control. The possible issues that the media are talking about now, because it's actually gone mainstream, is that it's possible that if this update goes awry, every Ethereum virtual machine project will be affected. So it's a little bit scary going into this, but when we're pioneering a brand new trail and trailblazing, these types of risks are to be expected. The Ethereum merge has been delayed several times because they're trying to make sure that it does go off without a hitch. And it's also very possible that this Ethereum update could do the opposite from causing problems and could cause some very good things to happen. Um, Nobody can really say. I don't have a crystal ball. I've been in crypto for 5 years, but even with all my knowledge and all the opinions that I read, it's really impossible to say what's going to happen with this Ethereum update. Kind of everybody is on the edge of their teeth waiting for this, and we're just going to have to wait and see. I mean, we're here to pivot and do our best, but it's anybody's guess right now. It's 3 days away, and the proof will be in the pudding. Next question that came in from the audience. Can you give an update regarding 2D staking and 3D staking? Okay, so they're two completely different things. The 2D staking will be completed first, then the 3D staking will come later. 2D staking is to stake on the Ethereum contract and spit out rewards on the Phantom contract. Why is this not available yet? Couple of reasons. First, when we did TGE back in March, we talked with several different projects that have cross chain projects and possibilities for this. However, their roadmaps have slipped. So we have continued speaking with different projects as they go along and are keeping in contact with the ones that are developing at a quicker pace. We've switched partners for the staking already a couple of different times. That's why we're not doing big announcements on it. And with a space that is developing like this one is, with brand new things and brand new technology, sometimes there are delays that absolutely can't be helped because the things have not been created yet. So right now we are working with a company that already has a working solution. They also have capacity to do the smart contracts for us. We are focused on the NFT launch, but the 2D staking is in the pipeline and the specs are already started by the developers. I will add some additional milestone points to our existing roadmap that talk about the 2D staking in a little bit more detail as I get them. Probably will not make those updates till after this NFT launch. The NFT launch has kind of taken all hands on deck right now. The 3D staking will come after 2D staking is finalized. 2D staking is already set up. The same company that's going to do the 2D staking is going to also do the 3D staking. The contract for the 3D staking has already had the inputs put into the contract itself, but staking itself will not be enabled until it's time for that. I will also add some additional milestones on the 3D staking section of the roadmap, and we will keep you guys more informed with more details as things go along. Next question from the audience. How many maps can we play during the beta? 4. You will have the desert track, the space track, the jungle track, and hell. Can we play single and multiplayer during the beta? Yes, absolutely. Single player is ready now. However, we do not want to open up single player because it will give players an unfair advantage who are practicing, and then when we open up multiplayer, we'll have some people that have already been practicing, and we really don't want to do that. We really want to open up multiplayer to absolute equal audiences to start playing it so that we can get a very realistic idea of how the game will perform with when everybody's on equal footing. So sorry guys, single player's ready, multiplayer's not, so we cannot open the beta until both are ready. And yes, you will be able to do single player and multiplayer during the beta. Single player is a practice mode. Multiplayer is where you do play to earn. And there will be opportunities to begin earning PGK inside the beta. Next set of questions come from another Penguin member. After the Scrappy Mint, when will the beta be available? The beta is not directly related to the Scrappy Mint. The beta is related to the developers developing at FabWelt. We have for those of you that don't know, we have a team of 6 dedicated developers at FabWelt Studios that are working on the Penguin Karts game. We received another iteration of the game on Friday evening. There were quite a few improvements that we had asked for the last iteration, which was just last week. Quite a few of those improvements were put in. The kart mechanics is massively improved from the last time, but it's still not quite there yet. And we really feel that having the beta in a form that is good enough for us to say, hey, now we think it's good enough, you guys tear it up. We don't want to open it up while it's still obvious that we can make improvements. So that's why the delays. We want a game that's going to be sustainable. We're talking about long term and having longevity in this. And the first impression on this game is very important. So I know that it's racking everybody's patience and that it's really upsetting some people that they don't have the game in their hot little hands yet. But please continue watching the in-game footage. We're working on another video from the latest one, which does have more improvements. And the progress, it just keeps getting more and more. Hang tight. It's coming. Any updates to the roadmap? I owe an update to the roadmap today. I will go ahead and update that pre-mint is closed, and I will add some information on the Scrappy Challenge, and I'll go over that in a little bit. What are the marketing plans for the PGK token? How are you planning to get more awareness? Well, marketing is a multi-pronged approach, and once the game actually launches, we've already partnered with a company that specializes in gamer acquisition. We made this partnership back in July, and we've already been discussing big tournaments and events that we have tentatively planned out for next year. These are Penguin Karts sponsored events. We are also heavily in talks with many different guilds to get them involved in the events. And what we're going to focus on is actually player acquisition which will in turn do a lot of good for the PGK token. How does that work? Well, we have a circular economy built into the Penguin Karts game where we have 7 different avenues for revenue to go around in the circle, feeding the treasury and increasing awareness, increasing users, and of course, in addition to that, the centralized exchange listings that will come along with the game launch will also massively have a massive impact on PGK as far as marketing. Centralized exchanges have a very large reach. They have a lot of users that use them, and having the PGK token on those is just it's marketing the entire time it's there. So the last question that this user said, when is the team planning on listing centralized exchanges? Not until after the game is released, because we are in a much better position to negotiate with centralized exchanges. Centralized exchanges are very competitive to get listings, especially on the better ones. They are very expensive, even when you have good connections, especially if your project is not in actual open playing version, not alpha, not beta, but actually playing. So it will be in the best interest of the team and all of our investors to wait until the game is actually released and running before we think about going on centralized exchanges. Um, when are the staking rewards for the NFT carts? When will those be distributed? Those will be distributed when the game launches because they are an in-game cart NFT. It is maybe possible that we may have that finished in beta, but most likely those will be distributed when the game actually launches. I will get some follow-up information for you on that, but as far as I know, not until the game is actually launched, because those are phantom NFTs that come out in the game, so we can't really distribute them before that. It's possible that we could distribute a key for it, but it's still not the NFT itself. Um, that's it for those users' questions. Mint price. Mint price for anybody that actually went through the pre-mint registration is 0.069 Ethereum. Anybody that missed that pre-mint registration may be paying a different price that will be a little bit higher than that. For the 2D Genesis Penguin holders, if you have 10 Genesis Penguins, you get one, you can claim one free 3D NFT, one free Scrappy for each 10 Genesis Penguins that you own. Each Genesis Penguin can only be utilized one time for an action, so if you've got 20 of them, you can get 2 free Scrappies, and you just have to pay the gas. You don't have to pay the mint price, you just go straight to the claiming page, claim it, and that's it. And you get that for every 10 Genesis that are in your wallet that you go to claim for. Things that we think you will want to know. What is the Scrappy Challenge? The Scrappy Challenge that is coming out in a couple of days is a massive viral marketing campaign that we're doing to drive awareness. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but in the past couple of weeks, the NFTs projects on Ethereum are not really selling out, and we are determined to make sure that we sell out. So we have come up with an ingenious new program for our marketing. We're going to give everybody that got through the pre-mint registration, we'll get you your mint date, you have your mint price all set up for you, and we're also going to ask you to help us with the Scrappy Challenge. We are going to ask you guys to help us make these challenges go viral. We will have instructions coming out on them for Twitter, and anybody that didn't go through the pre-mint registration is actually going to have to jump through some hoops and go through an application process. That's the reason for all the different changes in the Discord. And it's working. I could already see that the engagement is picking up, the members are picking up, and there's even double the amount of you guys here than was here on Friday. So everything is moving in the right direction. We're super excited about the new application process that's coming out because we really feel like this is going to reach out to the community and really show them how exclusive the Scrappy Penguins NFT is. And we're actually leading the way in interoperability, you guys. I know it's frustrating that everything's taking so long, but we are literally trying to lay the groundwork to usher in like a billion new crypto users in the next 5 years. I know everybody wants to go as fast as they can, and trust me, we are. We're going to lay this foundation out so well that we sustain for the long term, and we're bringing something brand new to the market. We are building an interconnected multiverse where our Scrappy NFTs can go be active participants in other games. We can have other NFTs visit the Penguin Karts ecosystem, and we can connect these ecosystems all together to create a bunch of stitched together metaverses into one giant multiverse. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to come and ask questions. Thank you so much for coming and listening. And thank you for your early support in this groundbreaking video game building that we are actually doing up in here. Now, those are all the questions that I've collected from the PGK chat. I'm going to check right now to see if there's anything new. Let's see. How soon can we use Scrappy NFT to play? We will try to test in beta. So, beta testing is the first opportunity that you will be able to test out the Scrappy Penguin. So, if you do want to make sure that you are first in beta, you need to have a Genesis Penguin or be in the Discord. Let's see. How will PGK after 3D Scrappy NFT and NFT staking launch? How will be? I think somebody's asking about what the PGK price will be after 3D Scrappy NFTs. I'm not a price analyzer. If you want to go do technical analysis or fundamental analysis and make some kind of price prediction, you're welcome to, but that's definitely not my cup of tea. A roadmap update following the current situation. Yes, we will get the roadmap updated. It's got a whole bunch of new milestones on it in a list format that makes it a lot easier to keep track of where we are at any given time. More people are coming and many misunderstandings regarding the current roadmap. Oh, sure. We've had a lot of changes and not everybody reads the updates. So when we have that, we have people that read the original stuff and then they read the updated stuff, or they don't read the updated stuff and they just see something in the chat. It's a challenge keeping the communication the same for everybody, especially when we have people coming and checking in and out every 3 to 6 months. And then we've got people that are in the chat every day and know every single change. And we are doing our best to get the roadmap as clear as possible, which is why we put it in list format, took all the dates away, and added milestones. How to be a loyal penguin. Well, you ask the questions in the AMAs just like that. Maybe you have a Genesis Penguin, maybe you retweet stuff on Twitter, maybe you leave us comments on YouTube, maybe you answer questions in Discord. There's a lot of different ways to be a loyal penguin. What system requirements needed to play Penguin Karts smoothly? Well, I can tell you that I have a 5-year-old machine that was not built for gaming, and I get no lag. So as long as it's not server related lag, you can have a pretty old machine and it's going to be fine. I don't see any other questions inside the chat. Does anybody have any questions in here? You can raise your hand and I'm happy to take live questions now. Immediately somebody popped out. I'm out of here. Okay, if nobody has any live questions, we will go ahead and wrap up this. Oh, I see a hand. Hold on. Okay, but how do I let you speak? Invite? No. I've gotten ahead of myself with technology. Golzig, I see that your hand is up, but I don't know how to allow you to speak. Oh my god. I really need a personal IT person. Are you able to type your question into the Penguin Karts chat, and I will get my Discord manager after this to see if she can help me figure out how to take live questions during this. Okay, guys. Super sorry about the last question. Um, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up now. We have recorded the whole thing. Kolsig, if you can type your question in PGK chat, and I will make sure that by Wednesday's AMA, I have the ability to actually take the live questions that I asked for. Oh, I see PGK chat just lit up. I was just curious if I missed the 3D NFT release date. No, you have not missed the 3D NFT release date. The pre-mint registration just ended yesterday, and the winners should have been notified today sometime. I'm not sure if that has gone out already or if that's going out in a few hours. But no, you have not missed the release date, and take a look for the pre-mint registration if you are part of that. If you are not, if you are just a whitelisted member because you are an OG holder, then just take a look at the headquarters chat or the announcements, and we will make sure to have the 3D NFT release date on there. You have not missed it. We actually have a new challenge to that's going to be going viral for marketing. That's going to be starting on Wednesday. Everybody that is filed for the pre-mint registration gets to bypass that. They're already in. They have their spots. If you've been notified as a winner, you're already there. And if you're an OG Penguin, you have nothing to worry about. But we're kind of going to rely on you guys to help new people with the application process. So we super would appreciate it if you pay attention and if you have the time just to check out to see what other people are doing and give it a share if you're able to. All right, guys, I am going to wrap it up for real this time. We have recorded the whole thing, so I will get this up on